Right, shift that out of the way. Hi-ya! I'm stalling it. I've turned the power down. That's silly. Yeah, that's all me, that is. Oh, there is loads. Oh, that's me. I've stalled an electric machine. Hey everyone, Rich from Mowd. Welcome. This week we've got the Cobra Fortis mower, battery powered with the two Ego 56-volt batteries, but we are verticutting with it. We're down at the Fladby Cricket Club and we're going to be cutting the, we've got a couple of weeks before we use this pitch number 5, but because of the season, the rain we had, we really struggled to get the square ready in time. So we're doing a bit of light verticutting today, try and draw up some of the moss, the thatch will slow the ball down, but also some of those side runners. So we're going to use the Cobra Fortis for it. So Cobra then, a little bit more manual than some of the other mowers on the market for changing cassettes, but you kind of know that when you buy it. So what is it actually like when it's in use? So we've got the really cool looking dashboard up here. I can turn this on at the minute and I can see that from the two batteries I've got in, I've got about 70% battery. When it's full off both batteries, you're looking at about an hour's work time, but because we're verticutting, it'll be a little bit less. But I've run up and down a few times. I've set it pretty high actually, not as low as you would be if you're using a spring tine. We're set at, I want to say that's about 20 mil there. I don't want to damage the surface, I don't want to create too many grooves. We are expecting a load of rain over the next couple of weeks, so whatever damage we cause will easily roll out, but ideally you don't want to disrupt the surface of the cricket pitch too much. But a quick idea, we've just been up and down, what, 3 times. You can see the kind of stuff that's coming out of there, loads of it. So we're just going to video this now, go up and down, and you can see exactly how it performs. And afterwards we'll come back and have a word about whether this is a decent mower for amateur sports club. I like the little dial on this one. Gives you the battery percentage and that up top. Let's turn it up. Oh, there is loads. Right, let's have a look. Turn her up, off with pop. Oh, that's me. I've stalled an electric machine. You see Dave's just using our square mower now to go over it. We're not reducing the height any on this cut, just trying to get rid of a load of the runners. We'll scarify it again in a moment. I'll verticut it again, see how it goes. We may drop the height on the mower a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. So we've got a couple of weeks left before this pitch is actually used. So this is about just getting the grass standing up and getting the runners removed. And then we'll move into a rolling programme in a couple of days. We are expecting rain for the next 2 days, so that'll soften it up nicely. But just off to the left here, you can see this is the pitch for this weekend, looking all right. It still needs a roll, needs a final cut yet, but again, because it's 2 days worth of rain coming, we're just going to pop it under the covers for a couple of days and see what we got. And of course, this one being electric, a lot quieter. I can talk to you as we go. One thing I'm not doing actually, I'm not using the drive on this Fortis. The spinning blades are powering it along quite nicely and they're just tickling the surface. It's standing up all the runners. I've got about 41% battery. I think I started on about 70 odd. I will just empty that out, turn it down. Yeah, that's good. It's a whole barrow already, so there's no doubt the verticutter works well. This is the 14-inch. So this is just a 14-inch Cobra. You can go up, I think it's a 17, there's a 20, I think it's a 24. Much bigger machines which would be much more suited to amateur sports clubs. But this is just for us to give it a quick test and a go. You can run this with just one battery. We've got the 2 in at the moment. We're 38% now. Just going to empty that again. Yeah, Dave's just going to carry on cutting there. What are we on? 36%. I'm going to get up and down again. I'm sure of that. I'm going to finish this cut. But the batteries do charge in about 40 minutes. That is not too shabby. And if you pop the 10-blade cylinder in here, you could end up using this as your wicket mower as well. If you need one mower to do all of your tasks, or a lot of your grass is cut at the same height, like a bowling club, then this could be a good option. And you know what? I'm not missing the petrol very much at all. I'm really noticing it when Dave comes by in the old mower we got over there. What is it? The Dennis, I think. That how noisy it actually is and how nice it is to cut with just a bit of battery power. It is superbly quiet. And it means that actually we could be working on the pitch while the team are actually playing, and without causing too much disruption. Just be fine and run. I've got 30%. I think I'm going to go again, you know. Yeah, it's a whole bucket still coming out of there. You can see the colour of it as well. It is dead grass, thatch, as opposed to bright green grass. It's filled that barrow right up. You know what? 30%, we're going again. Got the wacky races, this is. Again, turning at the end, we've got that split roller, so it turns easy on a 6-pence without damaging the turf. So the normal run time on this mower would be up to about an hour if you were just cutting lightly, but it is reduced because we're scarifying. Oh dear, I might have clogged up here a second. Too busy talking. Just turn her off, save a bit of battery. Plug that in. I'll go back on. Yeah, let's see how that goes again. I love the dash on this. Right, we're 19%. I'm stalling it. I've turned the power down. That's silly. Yeah, that's all me, that is. I just turned the power down, so it was struggling to actually power itself. Yeah, I think I'm saving a bit of battery by not having to use the drive on it, just pushing it along. And it is quite a heavy mower because of all, you know, all the bits that you can do to it, but it rolls really easy. There's very little rolling resistance. Yeah, I can see loads of runners on here that this Verticutter's picking up nicely. Loads more to get, but this is just the first day. Need a bigger barrow. What we got left, are we going to make it? 14%. go, final pass up, we've got 12%. Ideally, I would run side to side. I might have gone a little bit deep. I can see the kind of lines that we've put just in the surface, but we did have a lot of rain today. It did rain a lot. So the top is quite soft, but like I said, we're going to roll it out anyway. So just having a quick look at the mower, what's come out of it. Look, this is from the Verticutting. You can see there's loads and loads of thatch, a bit of grass in there, but mainly just thatch and dead stuff. And then looking down at what it was we were trying to actually remove, things like these runners here, we have taken loads of them away. A lot of these are just sat on the top actually. So lowering the height of the cut over the next few weeks, couple of weeks, which we will do. That will get rid of a load more, but you can see this is just the first stage in preparing this wicket, and it looks a lot tidier now than it did. If we had a combi rake, we'd be using that, but we don't have one. But I think you can see from there, that's not a bad start at all. So there we go, a couple of rounds of dethatching done on the mower. 7% left. Not hard to charge these batteries on the key. You just go to the side, you pop it in there, pop it, and it comes straight out into your hand. Lovely big Ego 56 lithium ion. You can even press the side and see how much charge you've got left. So really nice little system. All the other cartridges you've got as well, if you are a small amateur club, then it pretty much is a one mower solution. We've got the dethatcher or scarifier on the end here, or the dethatcher, sorry. This is what we call the scarifier. Spring tines on it, so they're a little bit more flexible, less harsh than the Verticutting. That's what we would normally use in this situation. And this is the 10 blade cylinder, which allow you to go right down to about 6 mil. I'll double check that, but you're going to get a much higher clipping rate if you're cutting low. This is the brush which you would use for clearing debris off the pitch after the game, but also brushing up nearer the game, brushing up the grass to get a better cut. You've got this which looks like a sorrel roller, which is great for pitch renovation after the game, a few days after when you've soaked it. You want to get some seed back down, dropping that on would be brilliant. And this is your standard 6 cylinder that was 6 blade that was in the mower, and of course the Verticutting cassette which is in there. Now, does it take a bit of time to swap these cassettes over? Yes, I've just done it for the first time in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. But once you've done it once, I'm sure you get into the habit and the routine, and you know which bolts need to be undone. So if you're happy with that and you've got the time to change cassettes, there's no reason why this mower wouldn't do you. And the beauty of this mower, I think particularly, is the charge time on the Ego batteries. Okay, we've only got about 20 minutes run time today, but that Verticutter works really hard. You know, it's getting down into the top of the soil. It is working super hard. So if your predominant use is cutting grass, then it is absolutely the right mower for you. I mean, you can see how much, this is just 22 yards long and 10 foot wide, and it's taking out a bonkers amount of thatch out of there, which is going to improve the play no end. So if you're looking to upgrade your mower at your sports club, then maybe this is the mower for you. Thanks to Hinton and Chattel for sending us all of this equipment. We really do appreciate it. For a small club like Fladbury who rely on volunteers, this really helps us get the work done. If you want to see another review video, we've got some equipment reviews, you can click up here. If you want to see a lawn renovation that happened a few months ago, spring lawn renovation, you can click down there. See you again next week. Bye.